All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to Soul of the Skull, mostly in person, but not quite. We've got four guys at the desk here. We haven't done this since probably like August. Did we even do it in August? Did we even do it after our summer break?
I don't think we did.
It would have been like middle of June or like before grad parties in June.
Yeah, we took a long summer hiatus, and then now we're back for an in-person episode. We got Sam O online. Say what's up, Sam O.
What's up?
All right, with that said, today's episode is unofficially sponsored by Sprite Cranberry. We all got our Sprite Cranberries over here at the desk. They were in our local grocery store this morning, so I had to go and pick some up, nectar of the gods right here. With that said, the table setup is looking a bit different since the normal mini helmets I have here are in my dorm room. And we don't have purple lights in the background because those are also in my dorm room. But it's okay. This is going to be the budget episode today. Today, we got some good stuff to get to. We are going to take a look at the Vikings' upcoming game on Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears. Then we got some predictions. We got game picks, and we got a couple how do I say this?
A little trivia section.
Trivia section. That's going to be run by yours truly.
Trivia section based on stats we'll be having as well.
If we got time, I still got, I think, 3 trivia from before.
Oh, like the Viking player?
The OG ones, yeah.
Oh, we might have to do that. Might have to bust that out again.
If I can find it.
All right.
Let's just get right to
Let's
it.
do it. Let's do it. All right.
go.
So the Minnesota
Let's do it
Vikings,
through.
I did not pull up anything on my computer. But whatever. The Minnesota Vikings are now 6-5 on the season. They took a loss 21-20 against the Denver Broncos this past Sunday night. It was a brutal game. We already talked about that. We had a post-game show on Sunday night. Check it out if you want to see that. But now the Vikings, who are 6-5, like I said, second in the NFC North, get to host the Chicago Bears, who are 3-7 maybe? 3-8.
3-8.
So we got the 3-8 Bears coming to town, Monday Night Football, Vikings at home, wearing those wonderful classic uniforms this game. So I don't even know how I usually start off these episodes. I don't know. What do I say? It's been a while since I've done one of these.
Well, do we want to go through game picks and go through predictions, and then we can head on over to our trivia section?
I mean, there's not much to talk about
Because
this
we
game.
already did the game review.
Yeah, we already.
What
Yeah.
game preview. I mean, it's the Vikings Bears. They beat them last time. It's, should be the same results as last time. The Bears, I mean, they had a close game with the Lions last week, so you never know what the Bears could throw at. And Justin Fields is healthy now, so it could be a closer game than we expect. But it should be overall a win for the Vikings.
Yeah. Okay, this is kind of unrelated, but I have two different thoughts to follow up with. So we're going to go across the table and over to Sam O. One thing I've seen, so the Vikings are wearing their classic uniforms that they wore against Tampa for this game. Some people are saying the Vikings should make that their permanent uniform. What do you guys think about that?
I don't know about permanent uniform. It's a really nice alternate, but to see that every single game, I think it's going to lose its luster. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's what I
I
agree.
agree with Sam as well. I think you can. I think it's the reason it's such a nice uniform is because it's a classic, and you only get to see the Vikings wear it twice a year.
Just like the Color Rush one that they only break
Yeah.
out once or twice a year. It's a nice
Yeah.
touch every once in a while, but if you
Yeah.
see it too often, then it just loses the touch.
But on the results, do you see for the Lions at US Bank Stadium this year, the Vikings are going to do the whiteout for the fans again?
Yeah.
But are they going to have their whiteout jerseys in too?
Well, they'll have the all-white road uniforms. I
All
bet.
white and
Yeah.
purple helmets.
Unfortunately, they can't do white helmets.
It'd be
Nope.
cool if they could do white helmets.
Maybe next year they'll send a submission in to do it. Never know.
Because isn't the rule that you can have? So what's the rule on
I think you can have
jerseys?
2 helmets.
So you can
for alternate jerseys, like these throwback to the Vikings.
Like how many?
you can wear
have?
it a maximum 3 times in a year, and if you have an alternate helmet, it has to go with I just realized. So actually, the Vikings couldn't wear that helmet with their all-white
Oh, because
jerseys.
they have
They would
those
have to
already.
make separate all-white jerseys for that. You can't wear an alternate helmet with a standard uniform set, and that would be considered a standard uniform set. So they would have to make a separate white jersey just for those helmets. And they would have to submit a thing like before the season that gets it approved. So they can't just out of the blue say we're going to wear white helmets now. But that'd be cool if they did. But unfortunately, it does not work that way. Goodell would not allow that.
The No Fun League.
Yeah. So that's that. I think the whiteout looks cool. I think it looked pretty good last year. I like it, but I also would like for them to keep it sacred After this year, I would prefer if they didn't do it every year, like once every other year, maybe. Keep it a sacred game. But at least it's for the Lions game. That's a great game to do it for.
Yeah, that is a really good game to do it for.
Especially when the division could be on the line.
Could be.
Need some help. Obviously, we got to root for
Yeah.
Green Bay this week if we really want that to happen to keep it close.
Mm-hmm.
The only time when you can root for the Packers, I feel.
When they played the division leading Lions and when they played the Eagles.
Agree with that.
Agreed.
Yeah, going back to the Bears, just what Justin Fields likes to do. He likes to extend plays, run the ball. DJ Moore is obviously the number one target. So as long as you can contain Justin Fields and not let him extend plays, you have a good chance. And obviously Josh Dobbs just got a rebound from what happened last game. He sputtered a little bit at the end. So just finding creative ways to get guys like Jordan Addison the ball more, and TJ Hawkinson, just hopefully he's healthy enough before game time because he's going to get hit a lot and hurt his ribs again. So, yeah, just we know what to expect.
So we already talked about Justin Jefferson when you bring him back. We pretty much came to the consensus, probably not. But there's one player I didn't even think about, and this might also be a unanimous choice. What would you guys do at quarterback if it was up to you right now? Because I would roll out Josh Dobbs this week again.
Absolutely.
I think
he's proven that
If he has a bad week this week, then I would consider making a change. But one bad game isn't enough for me to just flip the switch yet.
Here's the thing for me. He's been inconsistent, which means that he's not consistently bad either.
He's consistently inconsistent.
He's consistently inconsistent. He's not going to have an amazing game every single game, right? Like what we saw from Kirk Cousins is we saw that he was having great games pretty much every single game until he got injured. That's not what's going to happen here with Dobbs. We knew that coming into this, right? So he's going to be having, some rough games every now and again. And, of course, it comes against the Broncos at a really bad time. But I think we're going to be able to bounce back this week. I think roll with Dobbs the rest of the season. Who else is there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about sometimes backup quarterbacks. I don't know if one of you guys brought it up or if it was online. They're like flash, like lightning in a bottle, it's only going to go well for so much time. But if you tinker around with it, if you keep changing things up, you're not going to have that overall consistency. So I think you just got to name a starter right now. I think Dobbs has done enough to prove it. And I mean, I think you brought it up last Sunday. If we lose to the Bears, there's a bigger problem. It's not just that we don't have Jefferson. There's a bigger problem here. And I don't think the quarterback position is the biggest issue either.
Yeah.
I mean, if Dobbs goes out and throws 4 interceptions against the Bears and the Vikings just get killed, maybe you reevaluate some things. But barring that happening, I like Dobbs rolling forward unless that happens or he starts stringing bad games together. So we'll see. I mean, the Vikings have a 2-game lead over anyone else that's in the playoff hunt, and they're at the 7th seed right now. So as long as you can stay on pace with Dobbs, you shouldn't have a problem moving forward, making the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd stick with Josh Dobbs the rest of the year. I like Jaron Hall, but I'd rather have another preseason for him to develop, for them to have even think about making him a starting quarterback. So,
pulled up the injury report on here. Not going to go over Chicago's injuries. They got an O-line, running back, and linebacker. They're all questionable.
we should say this is an unofficial injury report because the injury report won't be until Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Marcus Davenport, IR. Caleb Evans, questionable with the calf injury. Jaron Hall, questionable with concussion. Chris Reed, questionable with a foot injury. Brian Osmoa, questionable with an ankle injury. And then Dean Laurie was placed on IR with a pec injury.
He's out for season. He has a torn pec, so he's not going to be coming back. So that's that. I know Nels got anything on this game. This was kind of an unorganized episode, but there's really not a lot to talk about the actual game because it's Vikings, it's Bears, it's primetime.
It's going to be a close game because the Vikings are allergic to blowing teams out.
Yeah,
Good point.
We've already kind of covered the matchup between the Bears and Vikings in the first matchup of season 2. So
yeah,
let's get into some controversial takes.
Let's
now.
do
Let's
it.
Predictions.
So let me. I'm trying to look. Oh, there it is. Boom. Okay, let's go over to here. You can see. I'll see that, right?
can
Well,
see.
not you guys. I meant more of the stream can see it, but I'm pretty sure they can because that's how I do it every time. So here's our predictions, folks. We have got me. We got. I'll just do it from my computer. I can see it better. We got Sam Z. Then we'll have Big Lou. We got James Charles here, and then we got Sam O online. So with that said, let's look at what's come off the board. I said the Vikings and Broncos would hit the under at 43.5. It did. I believe it was 41. I said no Vikings receivers would have over 100 yards. No Viking players had over 100 yards, nor did anyone really have anything close to 100 yards. Mickey Mouse leader said Justin Jefferson will return this week, which I absolutely clowned on him for, and that was kind of my fault.
I see this as a win only because I proved Joel wrong.
Yeah, I was very bold in saying that was a terrible, too much of a layup, and that completely backfired on me. Big Lou, I'll scroll it over for Big Lou here. He said the Bryce Young's team, this is before the draft, he said Bryce Young's team, which was now the Panthers, would finish 500 or less, and they mathematically can no longer finish over 500.
Even though they can still mathematically win the NFC South.
It'd be a miracle, but don't call it a
Don't
comeback.
count them out yet.
You had the what was it, the like 0-14 or 0-12 Browns a few seasons ago, where it was like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before playoffs. There was a 1% chance where 164 game scenarios had to turn out a certain way to make playoffs. It was a big deal. I remember that. And then, yeah, of course they lost. But
Of course they lost, yeah. James Charles had a brutal week here. You can talk about it yourself and defend yourself.
I don't got to defend myself. I thought Jordan Love would continue to trend of throwing interceptions. He arguably had his best game as a quarterback against the Packers, where he threw for over 300 yards and 2
Against the
touchdowns. Well,
Against who?
he beat the Chargers.
You said against the
Who am I
Packers.
playing?
I did say the Packers. You're right. I'm sitting next to Big Lou and his we're on the same wavelength right now.
Yeah,
in terms of
we're
messing up and not speaking English. So I apologize. And we're not experts. We're college kids. I said Ty Chandler will rush over 85 yards. Again, I made that prediction before we learned that Madison was going to play.
He finished
And
with like
Chandler was
really
pretty
close,
close.
yeah.
I mean, that fake punt really
yeah,
helped
he had
him there.
30 yards there.
And then a Vikings player hit the Juby slide. Well, the Vikings didn't really get into the end zone much. And I don't think Josh Dobbs would even attempt.
Josh Oliver does
don't
not
think-
also seem like a Juby slide kind of a guy.
I'm just going to go out on a limb. I don't think Josh Dobbs know what the Juby slide is.
I didn't know what it was till last week.
Yeah, I didn't
No,
either.
but I think that Dobbs is just. I think he's a very Kirk Cousins-esque player in that he doesn't really know like trends very much. He's
No.
just like a really just basic kind of guy.
He dropped an F-bomb against Atlanta, and he was reassured from his teammates that we are a frick organization under Kirk Cousins.
That's good.
But after that happened, I mean, he was only been here a couple days, but yeah, he follows the team trend very well. And Sam O had absolutely nothing come off the board. So let's get into predictions.
I'll scroll it over here just so you guys can see the standings too. That's the standings as of, well, now, recent. Sam Z is still in the lead, check down boy. And then we got...
I'm catching up to you.
Hey, call me Russell Wilson because I'm hitting those checkdowns.
then we got...
Probably Samandre Pirine the way I get receiving yards.
Then we got Big Lou. Then we got, I think, me. Then we got James, and Sam O was 1 for 1. And he's at 100%, but he's also only 1 for 1. With that said, we'll go back over here. I think we got time to throw it around the room like we used to. So I'll kick us off. We'll go left to right per usual.
Doing all three.
No, I'm just going one at a time. Let's do it. I said Justin Jefferson will have at least 500 yards the rest of the season. And let me go on here.
Expand her a little bit.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Let me largen it. There we go. Now you guys can see it. So that would put him on track for, I believe, 100 yards per game, which looking at the way he's played this season, you can think that's not a lot. But in reality, 100 yards is still 100 yards.
Well, I mean, he was averaging 150 yards per game before he got injured. So,
But now he's had
definitely feasible.
an injury, so
Yep.
me saying him having 120 yards per game is kind of ludicrous in my opinion. But yeah, there you go. Justin Jefferson will have at least 500 for the rest of the season, weeks 14 through 18. There you go.
All right, my first prediction this week is going to be Ty Chandler related, and it is that he has higher yards per carry than Madison against the Bears. He's just a very explosive player. In each game that he's played so far, he's outplayed Madison in the yards per carry category. Now, do I think he's going to get more touches or more yards? I hope so, but I doubt it because I think the KOC regime would like to roll with Madison as long as they can, even though he hasn't proven much so far. So we'll hope that he's able to get some more touches and get some more yards, but I think he's definitely going to outplay Madison in that category.
I think they like Madison because he's a better blocker than
Yeah.
Ty Chandler's. I think that's kind of why they keep running him out there. I don't know why they keep handing him the ball, but that's at least why he's out there getting snaps is because he's better at blocking than Ty Chandler.
Well, but in the blocking category, you've seen CJ Hambin put in the
that's what I was
backfield
gonna
as a
bring
running back position as well.
That's a good
So
point. Good
he's
point.
been being put in there to be a blocker and even as a receiver. So if that's their main reasoning, that's some pretty bad reasoning in my opinion.
All right, for my first prediction this week is the Vikings will beat the Bears by more than 8 points. The Vikings have had a lot of one-score games. The only game that was not a one-score game is when they beat the Packers, I believe 24-10. But I think the Vikings are due to have a more than one-score game here.
They absolutely should be able to do that, but they're so far not going to because they're the Vikings.
Yep.
So that's that.
I don't know what happened to my first round,
Yeah, I'm
but
fixing it.
But it was definitely wrong.
It doesn't really matter anymore what it
Yeah.
was.
My first prediction on the little Turkey Day Thanksgiving game, Amon-Ra St. Brown will have over 125 receiving yards versus the Packers. He's going to continue that hot trend, and Jared Goff's going to keep feeding him the ball, and hopefully he'll have a turkey-like post game on national television.
Mm-hmm. Do they do turkey legs for all the games, or is it just some
I've
of
noticed-
the night game?
It's all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just remember Kirk and Justin and Adam
Yeah.
eating it, and Adam spitting it right out.
There's an ad about that now too.
Really?
Yeah, I believe it's like a Lipton tea ad or something that has Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have to look that up.
Maybe we'll even get some John Madden turducken, huh?
Maybe.
I'm sure one game will have turducken.
That would
I
be the
hope so.
Sunday night game. I
Probably.
think.
I would
I think
think,
that's the
yeah.
usual tradition.
Oh, fingers crossed, man.
Someone's got to do a prediction.
Yep.
Turducken.
We should do a solo skull prediction. We all get a bonus point if it hits, and nothing happens if it doesn't.
About how many games we'll have turducken?
No, just a.
That there will be turducken. Just a free point for everyone.
It's the holidays, Thanksgiving.
All right, fine. We'll do an early Christmas gift. How about that?
Season.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I already have a prediction for that actually coming up here, so we'll see. My first prediction: Ty Chandler will rush for 100 yards versus Chicago. So I expect the Vikings to hopefully feed Ty Chandler a little more, and I think he will have one of these explosive runs that he breaks out for a 40 or 50-yard touchdown. And I think, after that, he's going to get a few more rushes, and he needs only like 50 more yards for 100 yards. So I don't know if the Vikings have had a 100-yard rusher this year. I can't remember other than maybe Josh Dobbs, but we'll see.
I can't recall.
That fake punt they ran was beautiful this week. I should at
Oh
least
my
say.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just something. I feel like that's something they definitely saw on film the week before because that guy on the right side coming up, he kept pinching inside, and all of a sudden all you have to do is seal him off, and Ty Chandler got a free first down off of it.
Oh yeah.
I thought he might score on it, but that was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we want to go just like Sam and then back over?
Oh yeah, we want to reverse. Want to
Yeah.
snake? All right,
Yep,
we'll
sure.
snake.
All right. Oh.
Well,
All right, wait. Hold on.
Delay of
Brock Purdy
game.
will be selected to eat turducken after the San Francisco-Seattle game.
Probably.
So maybe obviously if San Francisco wins, this might be a kind of check down prediction, but I think the San Francisco 49ers will win this game, and Brock Purdy will have a good game, good enough to be selected to eat turducken.
Yeah.
I think it'll be him, McCaffrey, and Debo.
Kittle.
You think
I think
Kittle?
Kittle
Kittle
over
over Debo.
Yeah.
Or Fred Warner.
Let's make a
Or
prediction on that.
Bosa.
Make a prediction on that, boys.
Wait, let me go through my other ones that'll end up being red. This one might not, though, and I've gotten flack for it. Dak Prescott will throw an interception versus the Washington Commanders. It's Dak Prescott. His sleep number isn't going to be working tonight going into tomorrow's game. He's going to have a little soreness in the neck, and because of that, he will throw an interception. That's my logic behind that.
Mr. Z, you have anything to say about Dak Prescott and interceptions since you had the bonus prediction the one time?
So you see, I thought Dak Prescott was pretty high up in the interception rankings. It seems like he's around one of the lower ends, which is really weird to say. He's thrown 6 interceptions this year. And the league leaders currently are, I think, Sam Howell and Josh Allen, who have both thrown 12. So I was wrong.
All right. For my next prediction is the Vikings will have 130 or more rushing yards against the Bears.
Okay.
I mean, they had, 160 last game, if I remember correctly? Right around there. And first game they've had that was most yards per season, but I think the Vikings can continue that trend and get at least 130 this year.
Very doable.
Alrighty, my second prediction is going to be related to the Vikings' predicted wide receiver 3 for this game. I'm going to say Brandon Powell's going to have less than 20 receiving yards against the Bears. I still don't think Jefferson's going to play this game. He's had more than 20 yards in each of the last couple of games he's played, but the Bears' secondary is not very good. I think that Dobbs is going to be airing it out for Addison. He's going to be airing it out for TJ. And I think Josh Oliver is actually going to have more receptions than Brandon Powell again. So we'll see how this works out, but I think that he's probably going to be under that 20-yard mark.
So what about Jalen Naylor then? Are they kind of done with the Jalen Naylor experience?
So, which is kind of sad to hear. I was wishing Speedy would get a little bit more playing time, but
yeah. All right, I'll scroll it over and do this. All right, so I said my original prediction was Josh Dobbs will be the starting quarterback this week. Then I realized that's the biggest check down of all time. So I changed it and said Josh Dobbs will account for at least 250 and 2 touchdowns against the Chicago Bears this week. I still have my hope in Josh Dobbs. If he has a bad game this week, then maybe I'll take my stake out of the Josh Dobbs ownership group. But for now, I still have it. And now I'll start us off on our third and final lap around. I said Brandon Staley will be fired before the end of the season. He will be fired before Black Monday comes around. So there you go.
All right. My third prediction is going to be related to a team that is not the Vikings, an AFC North team, the Steelers. It's going to be that Kenny Pickett's not going to throw an interception this week versus the Bengals. Now, he's only thrown a couple this year, but he hasn't gotten a whole lot of pass attempts. I think with whoever becomes the new offensive coordinator, I don't remember who it was, they just fired Matt Canada. So their entire scheme is going to change, hopefully. And so I don't think he's going to throw as many interceptions the rest of the year.
It's about time Matt Canada got the boot.
It was the first time the Steelers have made an in-season coaching change since 1941.
Nice.
Wow. Interesting.
That's how you know you're not good.
All right. So my last one, I was kind of thinking about one, and then I upped the number because the Vikings are the Vikings. The Vikings will have less than 8 turnovers in the rest of the regular season. I was thinking, around the 6, and then I realized it's the Vikings. So yeah, no, they're probably gonna have 6 or 7 turnovers. So I feel like 8 is a safe bet.
I think half of those 8 will come on a first drive because that's just
Absolutely.
how the Vikings roll.
Yes, 4 turnovers on the first drive. That sounds right.
For every game, though.
Oh, for
the
every
rest
game.
of the
I see what
regular
you're saying.
season, yeah.
But you're saying in one drive there's going to be 4 turnovers. I was going to
It
say
could happen.
That's
Knowing
impressive.
the Vikings, it
No,
could totally
it-
happen.
unprecedented.
It
Literally,
cannot
it
happen.
could happen.
It could.
It could. The
Hear me
Vikings
out.
fumble the ball, then the
The other
Bears
team
would pick
fumbles.
it up.
Fumbles
The Bears
and
would
fumbles.
That's the
fumble it.
second drive.
No,
it's not.
like in the same play. The Vikings fumble it, Bears recover it,
Then it's not a
Bears
turnover.
run the ball, and then they fumble it
Secure
back over to the
possession.
Vikings.
It's not a
Vikings
turnover,
fumble it back over to the Bears.
Yeah, we got
You're
that.
probably right.
I was trying to help my boy out here.
You can't help that.
You're right. I can't.
He's trying to defend you. What do you mean you're trying to help him out?
I'm trying to help boast his ego here. I'm like, yeah, Big Lou, get him.
The
Get him.
brains in this side are currently not working today.
As
Yeah.
you can tell, my 5 for 20 prediction right
You
now.
both got 2
Yes.
brain cells and they're fighting for second place.
My extra chromosome is not here.
The wheel's spinning, but the hamster's dead.
Facts. All right. My last prediction is kind of in Joel's realm. I feel that Arthur Smith, head coach of the Falcons, will be fired. I think it's criminal what he's doing to Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts, and they're going back to Desmond Ridder for the rest of the year, so that only can mean one thing. They're not going to make the playoffs. And that team, I feel it's talented enough to win the division. The way it is, and it's a bad division. It's a really bad division, but it's a team. I think Atlanta should come out of that division, but they won't because Arthur Smith is incompetent of using his high draft picks.
Oh, you just wait until they draft Marvin Harrison Jr. and completely underutilize him too.
Well, but the thing is, Arthur Smith's going to be fired. Before that,
he might not.
Well, okay. Where do you think Marvin Harrison's going to end up?
I don't know yet, but I think
For
it will be
sure
kind
top
of funny.
5, maybe number 2.
Oh, he'll be top 5, 100%. There's no way he's not.
Top 5.
I still think it would be funny if the Falcons drafted him and then completely underutilized him and he had like 200 yards his first year.
They try throwing to like their third string tight end, make him the focal point of their offense. I mean, Drake London's their wide receiver 1 and barely sees the ball. So
now let's get it to Mac Hollins. Isn't he on their team now?
Yep.
yeah, we have a generational tight end, Kyle Pitts, but no, we're gonna throw the ball at Jonnu Smith.
John Smith.
Jonnu Smith.
Johnny Smith, yes.
I got a question.
Is he related to Arthur Smith in any way?
I'd be
Have you
shocked.
Nepotism. We got nepotism running in the Atlanta Falcons organization.
There's probably something else running through there.
And it only affects one man. All right. Let's go to Sam.
Hold on. Is the 2023 NFC South worse than last year's AL Central division in baseball?
You're comparing to
Yeah, probably. I'd
They
say
were
so.
both bad.
I don't think any of those teams are going to win a playoff game, and the Twins won a playoff series. So, like,
What about last year's AL Central though, where the Cleveland won and everyone was just bad?
oh, that one.
Cleveland
Oh,
also
yeah.
ended up winning.
didn't they also end up winning a series or two?
They beat Tampa and they had a series with
Because they got Tito. That's why.
they had a good series in the DS with I think it was the Yankees, if I'm not wrong. But they lost
Yeah.
the series, but they kept it competitive.
Here's the difference. They have Tito. The Falcons have Arthur Smith. That's the difference.
Well, I
Take
still-
what you want from that.
Well, I don't think the Falcons are going to win the division. They should.
I think it's going to be
Just
New
because-
Orleans probably.
It'll be the Saints.
Or Tampa.
Hey,
Um,
Carolina has a mathematical chance, guys. Let's not forget them either.
You're right.
Well, who do you think? Who do you think gives you a better shot at making the playoffs in Atlanta? Desmond Ridder or Taylor Heineke?
Neither.
Whoever
Let's put
doesn't,
Bijan at quarterback.
whoever does not turn the ball over. If Desmond Ridder wasn't so careless with the ball,
Yeah, but Desmond's got some legs. That's why I like him. I think you at least add that element of running a little
Yeah.
bit. Well, Heineke can run a little bit, but he's not as fast as
Got
Ridder.
a tree.
All right, let's finish up the segment so we can get to our other.
Yeah.
Sam,
let's get to our
oh,
fun stuff.
What you got?
The Vikings will score 2 touchdowns out of the Wildcat formation versus Chicago. So they've
I like that prediction.
I like that one. Great
If you can't see
prediction.
us, it's a standing O.
I
because
do
we
like
can
it.
just read it right now.
Hey,
They
it's
scored-
It's better than those checkdowns we've been doing.
Oh yeah, our
Trying to
Mickey
do,
Mouse leader
so-
over here's been doing, and
so
Okay,
like-
Dak Prescott's going to throw an interception.
watch him not throw an interception though, and then I look like the biggest loser here, just because
So,
I
like-
said it would happen.
Vikings have been running the Wildcat down to the goal line with Ty Chandler quite a bit, or a few times recently, and they've had some success. And I don't see why don't you run it inside the 10? Try it a few times. Why not? And I think
Yeah.
they can score twice out of it.
Triple sniffer. Don't you remember when Hutchinson ran that? Triple sniffer?
Yeah.
Ugh.
That was on the goal line.
Yeah.
That
That one was brutal.
There's our standings again. Like we said, it'll be a lot more full next week after these interesting predictions come off the board. With that said, we'll head over to the game picks
One
here.
thing I want to do really quick.
Yep, you got it.
Just want to talk about Ricori. So
Yep.
me, Big Lou, and Joel, our alma mater, Ricori High School, just made it to the state championship for Class 4A for football. So got to give a congratulations to the boys. We lost in the state semis last year, so hopefully they can bring home another chip to to the school.
Yep, Friday 4 p.m. I believe.
Yep, playing at the
They're
bank. They're
yep.
playing Hutchinson. Hutchinson just dropped 56 on North Branch. But previously in the season, Rokory shut Hutchinson out 11-0. So we'll see how it ends up. It should be an excellent game.
And best of luck to you guys all playing if you watch this, but best of luck to the Rokory team.
Yeah.
Shout out Rokory's head coach. He got to start on this podcast.
That's where he became famous. Was right here in this room at the desk
Totally.
with us.
Mr. Herberg, you better remember us, man.
Our post-game speech is going to be chills, man. Chills.
Better
He-
be
he-
all us.
I give Herbert credit. He has really good speeches, though.
He
for
does. He
games.
does. He's an excellent speaker.
After the game, he's going to say, this is the third best thing that's ever happened in my life. Number 2 is having my kids. Number 1, being on that Soul of the Skull podcast back in April with those guys. That was amazing.
Well,
With Sam, Big Lou, and I don't remember the other one.
It'll be numbers 2 through 8 for having his kids. So
How many kids does he
I
have?
think he has
5.
6.
5.
Is he at 5 now?
He's got a whole offensive line.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
He might be trying to put together a whole 11-man roster.
No, it's
Philip
Rivers.
Philip Rivers
has 10.
That's right.
Herbert versus Rivers. I mean,
The Herbert family versus the Rivers family. Man, I'm taking Herbert all day.
that'll be a
Dude.
great Thanksgiving football match.
The Rivers family can hold a 5-on-5 basketball game now.
Oh my
With their kids, they could.
All right, let's get.
All
we
right.
need to get to game picks. We need to save this.
Oh my
Save
goodness.
this podcast, please.
Oh my goodness.
So here's our game picks. If we go up here, I should show last week's. This is what happened last week. We were all actually fairly consistent because we all pretty much picked the same games. If we go up here, that's our standings. I'll take a look up there too, and we can read them. Currently in first place is still Sam Z. Following in second place is Matt. In third, me and Big Lou are tied, and Sam O is behind in last. That's what he says. With that said, we'll get into this week's picks. Here we go. So there they are. We're going to kick it off. We got Thanksgiving games. Let's do this. All right, we're going to kick it off. Everyone took Detroit, unsurprisingly. Sure, everyone's probably going to take Dallas too, unless Sam Z gets wild here. No, he didn't.
He took Dallas. I typed these in for him on our way here.
Oh,
I do have one that kind of shakes it up a little
he
bit.
did take the Giants last week, and they won. So respect for that one. He also did take the Jets. So that it evens out.
Here's the thing. I made choices. I'm willing to acknowledge them. I do regret that one.
I did make a questionable pick later too, but maybe you guys made the same pick too. But we'll just have to see
I
when we
might
get
have.
there.
We'll get across the road.
All right, we got Thursday night. The Niners and Seahawks. Everyone went with San Fran.
Unsurprising.
Dolphins and Jets on Friday. Everyone went Miami. Jags and Texans. This could be debatable. All right.
there we go.
All right. See, I knew we were going to have a debate here. 2 went with the home team and CJ Stroud. 3 of us went with Trevor Lawrence and the road Jags. I just feel like I took the Jags because I feel like the easy pick would be going Stroud and the Texans at home. I like to shake it up. That's honestly why I did it. And Trevor Lawrence kind of balled out last week.
And I think the Jags just have a more well-rounded team than the Texans.
2 words. Travis Etienne.
Junior.
Okay. 3 words. Travis Etienne Jr.
Is that what he goes by now?
Well,
Or
I
something.
know that's what. Yeah, most people do the junior or senior on their nameplate.
Well, yeah.
Obviously, as a huge Clemson fan, I knew that. But I'm going to Houston. They're the hot team right now. CJ Stroud's balling. Obviously, I don't think he's gonna go the rest of the season without throwing an interception to save my boy Big Lou over here. But I mean,
Yeah.
what's not to love about Houston?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Matt. Texans are on a hot streak right now. I expect that to continue against a solid Jaguars team, though. Jaguars definitely a solid team. So
Picks are awful.
You know what? Okay, in that case then, see that right there? That's not Cameron Dantzler. That's Cam Dantzler Sr.
Yes, sir. It is.
Is he even in the league anymore?
It's funny how he's on.
He's with the Commanders, isn't he?
something like that.
Why is it on week 13? It's Sam, Big Lou, Joel,
I think
Sam.
he tried changing it to James.
I probably tried. I don't know.
I don't know. You're a Matt. It was still Matt this week. I just changed it to James.
That
Not sure.
he's
all
with
of them
the
are
Saints.
Joel. Why are they all Joel down here?
Dantzler-
Hey, that was you, wasn't it?
Cameron Dantzler plays for the New Orleans
The
Saints.
Saints right now. Dantzler is with the Saints right now,
Conspiracy theory.
All
All right, we'll keep it going. We got the Pats and the Giants.
I think this one
rematch
will be a
of
split too.
Super Bowl rematch. We got, sure.
Whoa,
Actually, not
Big
quite.
Lou.
Big Lou going with the Pats. Everyone else going with Tommy DeVito and the home
Big
Giants.
Lou, I've made that mistake before.
Is it because of 2 words, Bill Belichick?
No, I don't. You know why not?
Is it because of 2 words, Mac Jones?
No, throw it in there because why not? You know.
Well, I think we're all riding Tommy
Shake her up a
DeVito.
little
Had a great
Pause.
game against.
We're what?
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 Keep going. Keep going.
He's looking right at me, so it's definitely something I said.
We're all riding Tommy DeVito for what?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I mean, he had a great game. Get your mind out of it. I wonder why we're not monetized.
Oh boy.
No wonder why we're a budget
sincerely
podcast.
Sorry, guys. I'm sincerely sorry.
You did not have to bring that up. We could have just.
No,
I didn't even
have
catch
to.
it.
I just chose to.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even catch it. I would have been. We could have just kept going, and I'm sure nobody would have noticed.
Nope.
But
Well, I noticed.
well, clearly you did. Sam, did you notice?
I did.
But he didn't say anything though. At least
He's mature.
Why would you want to be mature?
Yeah, what's the fun in that?
because we're men.
It is.
There's
Very-
boys and there's men.
I'm still a boy.
We are.
All right, whatever. We got the Colts and we got.
Where did that come from, Sam?
I don't know.
The other day I said we have ADHD, and it's clear.
Yeah.
Just randomly.
Forgot my meds
Our
today, guys.
farmers.
All right.
All right.
Everyone's going with Minshew Mania and the Colts except for Sam. He likes Baker in the Bucks. Why you going Baker in the Bucks, big boy?
I don't know. I honestly don't really know. I wanted to mix it up. I knew a lot of people were going to pick the Colts. I still think the Bucks have a very good chance at winning the division. So I think they're going to be playing for a lot, even though it is not a good division. Making the playoffs is making the playoffs. So
I think mixing it up is a fine answer for any of these because I do that sometimes too for no real reason, just to mix it up. So just saying because you wanted to mix it up is a very acceptable answer.
and I need to get back in the picks race because I'm in last place.
We can all see. We can see your thing just going around and around.
I've seen the pick. Seen how
Big
much
looking at
every pick right
Big Lou's
now.
just scouting.
He wants 0 surprises.
I'm just curious.
Okay, Steelers and Bengals AFC North showdown. Everyone's going Pittsburgh. I thought about the Bengals,
Everyone?
but not if
Dang.
Jake Browning is their quarterback. Is Jake Browning going to stay their quarterback?
Jake Browning's
I think for the
We'll
rest
see.
of the year, probably.
I might cry watching Jake Browning in primetime if he has to play primetime.
Jake Browning and Kenny Pickett clear my schedule.
Prime football right there.
Yeah, for
Kenny
nap-
Pickett,
Sunday
perfect
afternoon.
nap time.
Kenny Pickett had 107 passing yards last week, guys. 107.
Oh, I cannot contain my excitement.
New
I
offensive
know.
coordinator.
Okay, but Jalen Warren.
He's good. He needs
Yeah.
the
He's
ball.
fun to watch.
He needs the ball.
All right, we got the Panthers and the Titans. Is Big Lou going to go with his team, the Panthers? No, he did not.
No.
I don't think I've picked the Panthers at all this year, and I don't think I'm going to. So
Why would
I think
you?
I picked them once or twice.
I think all 17 times I'm going to pick against them. Same with the Cardinals. I don't think I picked the Cardinals a single time, and I'm not going to. All right, we got the NFC South, the brutal division. We got a split here. Wow, now I'm questioning why did I go with the Falcons?
Why did you go with the
I'm
Falcons?
sticking with it, but I don't really know why I picked this. To me, it felt like kind of a 50-50 toss-up game.
Yeah.
So I just kind of picked the team I felt like putting
This will
in,
probably be one of the better games of the week.
That's
which is
sad.
unfortunate
Yeah,
to
which
say.
is
In
sad,
terms
is
of
it?
being competitive.
Yeah.
Game quality, well, not even game quality. Yeah,
I
competitiveness
think the
wise.
Steelers and Bengals game is going to be a really good game.
Because
It's
it's
going to be two
competitiveness.
mediocre teams at the moment. And just going to dog it out.
Inside zone, halfback dive,
Triple options. go right in
triple
there.
option.
Jake Browning running the triple option.
Triple
Oh my
option with
God.
Jake Browning.
Whoa. All right.
Let's just
no,
spice
that
it up
is
a little
football,
bit.
y'all.
that is Big Ten football, if you ask me.
I want to see a triple option NFL team.
We're on to the late afternoon games. Kicking it off, we got the Rams and the Cardinals in the West. Everyone's going LAR except Big Lou.
For Big Lou, who's going with the Clar.
He's going with the K.
Clar. Korean Rams or something.
He likes Kyler Murray to have a nice game, but ultimately he feels the Rams will win.
He wants. No, he was signaling. He was signaling that he knows that Kyron Williams is coming back.
Because they dropped Daryl Henderson.
Sure, yeah, totally.
He's got some
I'm
inside knowledge.
I'm just psychic.
Just his wavelengths sometimes are down, but sometimes they're just shoot through the roof.
Sometimes they're just gone.
You know, we should talk about some of the good jerseys, though, that are going on this week. The Lions are bringing back the throwbacks, which are where it's at. I don't like the Cowboys throwbacks, I'll be honest. You guys know what ones I'm talking about, the dark blue ones.
The dark blue ones?
It's the dark blue one. They wore them last year for
Not the
Thanksgiving.
one with like the red stripe and the blue stripe.
Well, that's the.
That
I'll
one
pull up a
sucks
picture
too,
on here.
yeah.
It's they're dark blue. It's got white.
Pull up a picture on
It's
there.
got a white helmet with.
I just don't like the Cowboys uniforms in general.
I don't like the ones they're wearing. They're just weird to me. Those ones.
Oh yeah, the white.
I don't like that. That's not for me.
Those are terrible.
That's a no for me, dog.
So that's that. Then we got the Niners who are wearing the all white primetime ones they wear. Those are good looking. The Seahawks are wearing all action green. Those are okay. The action,
those are pretty.
the
nice.
action green tops are fine, but I don't like when they have the pants too, because then there's just a lot of green.
I think
Yeah,
the
that's the
blue
point.
the blue pants would be pretty good with those.
That's what I think too.
Keep it all green.
The Jets are wearing their all blacks with the black helmets, which
Ooh.
in my opinion are very sexy.
Those are
uniforms.
Some of the
I love
best
those.
uniforms in the NFL.
They look really nice. The Texans are wearing the all reds with the red helmets.
Oh man, there's a lot of good uniforms. this
The
week.
Bucks are wearing all pewter, which is that's just gross.
Ugh,
That's
gross.
gross. I don't know what the Colts are wearing, so maybe the Colts are wearing white at home, or maybe we're gonna get a color on color game.
Have they worn their black uniforms yet?
Yeah, they did once. I think there was only time. Hopefully, it was our only time. We got who else has got good uniforms? I think the Bengals are wearing orange, but I don't know that for sure. Pretty sure they are. The Falcons are wearing the red helmets. The Broncos might be wearing the white top. No, that's not this week. The white helmets, I meant, but that's not this week. What else? Any other good ones? The Eagles are wearing the Kelly Greens this week.
Nice.
What do you guys think
Stuff.
about those? I didn't watch the first game with
I
them,
love
so I
them.
actually don't really know.
They're
I
nice.
think they
Yeah,
look
They're
nice.
great.
The Ravens don't have anything that cool. Chargers are wearing the navy ones, I think, this week.
Not bad.
And then the Vikings are wearing the classics. And other than that, everyone else has something standard, I think. Which probably, I'll get back to this.
Yeah, because especially if you want to get them to
True. All right, we got Browns and Broncos. We got 3 going Denver, 2 going Cleveland. Why do you guys go Cleveland?
I think that their defense is going to be good enough that they're going to be able to stop check down Russell Wilson. So I don't think that Samaje Perine is going to have 47 catches for 50 yards this game. I think that, Denver's going to struggle against the Browns defense. Now, do I think the Browns offense is going to do very well? Well, not really, but I think that they'll be able to put up at least 7.
Another grudge match, another mediocrity game coming. Some good old big fashion Big 12 Iowa football right there.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
sure.
All right, we got Bills and Eagles.
I think the rest of these are going to be across the board. Actually, this one might not.
I was going to say, this is the one I think it won't be. I took Buffalo. Buffalo played well last week, and the Eagles are, 9-1 or something?
They're not convincing 9-11.
Yeah.
Kind of like
That's
the
what
Vikings.
that's what I'm with. They don't convince me that they're truly a 9-1 team at this
So you
point.
think they're frauded 9-1?
A little bit,
I
yes.
think they're frauds right now.
The Bills are going to come in and they're going to surprise the Eagles.
I think Josh Allen's only going to
No.
throw 2 interceptions.
Josh Allen's going to throw 3 interceptions.
But the
Josh
Bills will
Allen's
still
going to
win.
be playing against one of the best secondaries in the NFL. They got Darius Slay, James Bradbury, Kevin Byard. How is he not going to throw an interception? You know what I mean?
All
And
odds
so-
are against us, but we stick together in times like these.
That's why we're
I think that's. I don't know. I don't think that's a great pick, but I don't know. You never know. They might surprise us.
I also did not think Giants was a great pick for you last week, and it turned out. So.
Like I'm saying, they can always surprise you.
See,
any given
like to mix it up.
Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Good point. Chiefs and Raiders, I'm sure we all took KC. Yep. Ravens and Chargers. This one could be interesting, but probably not. Nope. And Bears and Vikings, we all probably took Minnesota. Thus, we got a wild hater. And we don't.
Minnesota.
We converted Sam all back to Minnesota. I'm glad.
They're no longer undefeated when I pick against them, so I can pick them.
Yeah. So that's our predictions this week.
All right.
And so yeah, what are we doing now? Are we
All right.
going?
Sam is going to
So let-
create a list of like league leaders in a category for say like rushing touchdowns or like interceptions, and we will have to try guessing over in top 5.
We'll do top 5.
Top 5.
All right.
All right.
Do we just want to start her off?
Just start.
Yep.
All right. So we'll start off easy. How much time do we have? Like 10 minutes?
It's
Go. We can go until finishing.
Okay.
Well, want to do my trivia too? I got that pulled up.
Okay.
We
Well-
can do like one round of that, and then we can do one of his. How
Well,
about that?
okay. Well, then I'll find a difficult-ish one. Okay.
All right.
All right.
And then we'll close our computers. No.
Okay. Yeah. We're men of integrity. Most of us are men of
Okay.
integrity.
3 of the 4.
All
4
right.
of the 5.
4 of the
Yeah.
5.
You guys. Ooh,
Good
actually.
Lord.
Okay. We're going to go top 5 players that have an interception that are not defensive backs. So that means no corners, no safeties. So linebackers, defensive linemen.
Oh,
There was someone with a D-line interception this year, correct?
Possibly.
I thought I remember seeing a clip of it.
Didn't
It could've
Jalen
been
Carter?
from college.
Jalen Carter almost kind of had that this
He
week.
almost caught a spike, which is pretty impressive.
I saw it on TV. I was like, "What is he doing?" Then I was like, "Oh wait,
So-
actually, never mind."
I will say 2 of them are on the same team. That's the only hint I'll give you.
I feel like the Cowboys could be that team.
Fred Warner.
Fred Warner is number 2.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Struggling.
Are the 2 from the same team, AFC or NFC?
AFC.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence is not on here.
Oh.
Jermaine Pratt.
Jermaine Pratt is number 5.
Wow, Sam O.
How are you
Who
so
was
good
it?
at this?
I'm thinking of linebackers that I remember seeing interceptions from.
Yeah, that's what I can't.
I
do, so-
don't know if you guys will get number 1.
What is he, a D lineman or linebacker?
I'm not going to reveal that.
Oh,
So D-line.
I'm not going to reveal it.
Aiden Hutchinson.
It is not Aiden Hutchinson.
Is he on the
No.
list though?
No, he's not on the list.
He did have an interception. I do remember that.
Yeah, he had the one-hander against Mahomes, didn't he?
He had one against, I think,
Nick Bolton.
2.
Nick Bolton is not on here.
Is Jordan Hicks? No.
Jordan Hicks is not on here.
Does Jordan Hicks have more than
Is there
one
anyone from
pick?
the Vikings on there?
No one from the Vikings is on here.
Yeah, it'd be Jordan Hicks because I don't think Pace has any, and I don't see Daniil or DJ Wanham or anyone like that having any. So the only person it could be is Jordan Hicks.
So it's not Jordan Hicks. There's no Vikings on this list.
Quay Walker? I don't know.
Quay Walker is not on this list. So we're missing number 1, number 3, and number 4.
Which position rankings are on the same, or like which numbers are on the same team?
Number 3 is on the same team as Jermaine Pratt.
Oh, what's that guy's name?
He knows who it is.
Trey
It's
Hawkinson.
not Trey.
No,
Trey
Hendrickson.
Hendrickson? Yeah.
It's not Henderson.
no.
Trey Hubbard.
It's not Hubbard. He's an inside linebacker. That's the hint I'll give you. He just got a hat trick against the Ravens.
Oh, I got it. Logan Wilson.
Yes, sir. He just injured 3 players against the Ravens. He's number 3.
That's who it
Okay.
is. Okay.
Now we're missing number 1 and we're missing number 4.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be willing to give a couple more hints for these guys because they're pretty tough.
Can you name a team?
I love how we've done nothing.
Yeah, he's just going, "Oh."
I'll say they're both AFC.
East, North.
Matt Milano.
Matt Milano is number 4.
Good Lord.
So Sam right now has gotten the bottom 4. We need one more. AFC West.
Sam, you got this. You're doing great.
Help
You're
us
doing
out.
great. You're doing
Help us
great.
out.
5, Sam.
AFC.
Wait, I'm blanking on AFC. Why can't I remember the teams in the AFC West?
So it's Broncos, it's
Broncos.
Chiefs, it's Raiders, and who's the fourth one? Chargers.
Chargers.
Khalil Mack?
Let's see. You said it's not.
Mac.
You said Nick Bolton's not on there, right?
Nick Bolton is not on here.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys will get this one. This one's pretty obscure.
Can you give us the team then?
You know what? Yeah, I'll give you guys the team. The Las Vegas Raiders is the team. And no, it is not Max Crosby.
Who plays linebacker for the Raiders?
That's
That's
Perryman?
obscure part. It's not Perryman.
Pyramid? No.
Does Carl Nassib still play there?
No.
Anyone?
No.
He's like the only Raiders player. No.
He retired.
Clinton Farrell isn't there.
I will say I did not know this player until I saw this.
Okay, then that means high chance I'm not gonna know either.
Initials.
RS.
Oh!
Rashid Shaheed. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh, what's that guy's name?
Oh my god, I think he knows who it is.
I think he does too. Look at him. Look at him.
Oh my god. His first name is Robert. His first
Oh
name's
my
Robert.
god, yeah, it is. What's his last name?
Robert Smith.
No.
It starts with an S. It starts with an S. I can't remember it. Robert. Oh my god.
Robert.
You know what, Sam? Just because you knew his first name, I'll give it to you. It's Robert Spillane.
That's who it is.
I've
Exactly.
never heard of him.
Inside
Never heard of
linebacker.
him.
Sam went 5.
I can't remember how I know who that
Unbelievable.
is. Because I hardly know who that
Excellently
is.
done. Excellently done, Sam.
All right.
So do we want to do one of my trivia?
I'm down for one.
And
Yeah.
each get 5 questions?
Okay,
Each
so
get 5, yeah.
here's how we're gonna do it. You probably didn't ever play this
I've
with us,
never
did you?
played it.
No.
Sam O was not with us when we did the random Viking game. So how many are we gonna get each? So I'm gonna allow us to open our computers just so we can put the questions
Yeah, I
on
think
it.
that's a good idea.
It's fair.
What is the random Viking? How do we play this?
So let me go back to the spreadsheet and I'll kind of show our past standings of when we have done this. It's not on this one. It's on this one. So this is the what'd I do? What did I do, y'all? There we go. So this is the game we used to do. It is right here. So we would do Guess the Viking. There was really no actual name for it. So how we would do it is we used to do, there'd be 3 of us here at the desk. We would do, it was 10 questions and each person would get 5 questions and we go back and forth. And every question we'd ask has to be in either an A or B or yes or no, one or the other format.
All right, so we have.
And so we'll do, how are we going to do this? We'll figure it out as we
each
go.
have 2, and since you guys are
Yes.
the main,
So we'll
guys,
start.
You can
You
get an
used to
extra
each get
one.
you used to each get 10 questions, right?
Yeah, so we'll each do 5 questions.
Yeah.
What?
And we'll each do 5 questions, so it's the same amount of questions.
Oh, so we're going to do 2 different rounds of it?
no.
Like
just
one round of us and one round of them?
No, 1 round for all 4 of us.
So 20 questions.
Yeah,
overall.
so we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And then we can
No,
do
you
us
only
too
get
since we've done
10
it.
total questions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Exactly.
was 10 total?
Yeah, that's what it was.
So each
So-
of us will get
okay.
2, and then this is you guys have been here the longest, and
We
you
get
found
3.
this,
Okay.
you'll get an
Yeah.
extra
Do it
round.
twice and the
So
second,
Joel,
second
Joel
guy
and I
gets-
will start. So Joel, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
It's up to you. So we do have our computers open. Not allowed to Google, obviously, because it's just based on our knowledge of players. I just have the spreadsheet open. I'm just going to be putting the questions down and taking notes.
No.
Dang it.
So I guess I can start it. Is it same as usual, which was past or present notable Viking? So it's a past or present Viking player that's notable that more than likely we would for sure know. All right, my first question is going to be, is this player a current player in the NFL?
I am. It's been a while since I did these, so I'm currently googling that.
Delay of game.
Game. Offense number 74.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to say current player.
Is this player an
Wait, hold up.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Big Blue.
Is this player an offensive skill player?
Okay. And we count that as running back, wide receiver, tight end, isn't it?
And quarterback.
And quarterback. Okay.
Okay. Am I up next or is Matt?
Up to you guys.
Okay,
You
I
go.
have one. Is he still on the Vikings currently?
Yes.
Is he on the defensive side of the ball?
Yes.
So how are we gonna do the guessing rules too? Even though I'm not gonna guess right now.
Whoever's turn it is,
You can
gets
make a
first
guess.
dibs.
Okay.
Are
And
we
if they
each
get
allowed-
it wrong,
Are we
then
each allowed one guess, or
You can yes during it, and then if you guess during it, you don't get a guess until everyone else has guessed
Okay.
at the end. So
Okay.
basically, everyone gets one guess.
yeah, pretty much.
before, Yeah.
So it's a defensive
So-
current Viking. Was this player drafted before 2020?
No.
After 20? Okay.
So 2020 or beyond. Is in
Okay.
2021, 22,
Okay.
23.
Okay. Who's up next? Is it Sam
Me,
or
I'm up. Does this player have more interceptions or sacks in their career?
Let's see.
I have an idea, but it could be a lot of people.
I have an
know.
idea too.
Hold up.
I don't know. I gotta look up career stats.
Okay.
They have more sacks.
Okay, that's not the player I was thinking then.
Okay.
So how many was that? 1, 2,
That's 6.
6.
So each person gets one more, then you get a guess. If you get it wrong, then I get a guess.
Mhm.
And so on and so on.
Okay. Did this? Oh,
You can guess a player too right now
Yeah.
if you want
If
to.
you have a guess, you can guess.
But
Okay.
then you can't guess until all of us have guessed. If you want to guess again.
Yes.
Is this okay? I'm gonna just do a question then. Has this player played on the Vikings his whole career?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this player a defensive lineman?
No.
Okay.
I know who it is.
I think I do too.
All right, you guys still
So
have.
Joel's
You
got it
still have an
first.
extra question though, right? You guys, if you
Oh,
want.
that's right. Yeah. So Joel and I each have an extra question if we want it. Joel, you want the
True.
question or you want to guess who it is?
Okay, I have a question. Well, let me think about this here for a moment before I ask the
He has a
potential
Viking.
question.
He's a Viking helmet on. He's obviously ready for this.
No, I'm not. I never played football a day in my life.
Zone in.
Okay, do we count? This is a question more for clarity. Is outside linebacker considered defensive line?
I think so in the Viking scheme since 2020, I would say. So like a Daniil Hunter or a DJ Wanham would be considered a D lineman, I would think.
I'm going based off of ESPN position listed.
So are those guys positioned as linebackers then?
Yeah, they probably would be.
I bet.
Are outside linebackers positioned as linebackers by ESPN, or are they
Probably.
positioned
I would
as
think they would.
defensive
I
linemen?
bet they will be.
I think they'd be.
I bet they'd be.
Oh,
linebackers.
wait, hold on. Okay. If that's the case, then that might open that up a little more.
Yeah.
Because I have a player in mind,
I do too.
but I need to know the answer to this question before I can guess that player.
So Daniil Hunter, as like he's more of an outside linebacker, he's
Yeah.
listed as a linebacker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it could be an
Linebacker.
outside linebacker.
Okay.
All right.
All
That's what I'm going to do.
right.
I'm going to take a guess. Is it DJ Wanham?
No.
Dang it.
Is it? Oh no, you still got a question now.
True. God, what do I want to ask?
Because
right, we'll go
no
over
matter
here.
what you ask, it might
Yeah.
open it up more for me.
You know, you could.
I mean, I think I know
you could
who it
just
is
ask,
anyways.
do they wear Viking jersey? And
Oh, I got one. Is their number above 50?
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay. I know who it is. Okay.
It's Brian Asamoah.
no,
What?
Oh!
No, I know it is. I know it is. Let me guess. Who's up now?
You don't get a guess yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. You're right.
you got your last question.
Yeah, one more question.
Wow, we look like dummies right now.
I can't believe it's not Asamoah.
Wow.
Oh, I should scroll that down.
So he's probably just like a depth player. Ah, you're the worst. dude.
Okay,
No.
Is this
I think I
player
know
a
who it is.
starter?
A
I haven't-
Spartan?
I don't know fully if they're a starter, but they're in rotation.
Oh, a starter. Okay, I thought you said a Spartan.
Because I'm not like very familiar
If
with
you
the
if you
defense
if
side
you
of
go on the
Vikings.
depth if you can go on the depth chart and say where this person
That's
is,
10,
is
right?
that allowed or what?
Yeah, Big Lou, is this person in the listed 4 linebackers? In the starter 4 linebackers via ESPN?
Okay, is it is it my turn now?
Yes,
Or
they are listed as a starter.
Oh, well,
Does he go before you or
know
you
who it
go
is
before
then.
him?
It's Sam first.
Okay, so that's 10, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, so Sam.
So Sam, it is your
What is your
turn to
guess?
guess.
is it Ivan Pace Jr.?
Yes.
That's what I thought
The
it was.
worst
After
Was
big-
not drafted. That
He was technically drafted since 2020, or he's been in the league since 2020.
I mean, he was an undrafted free agent.
Dang it.
So
So
The worst Big Lou. God.
you want to do one more?
We got
do
237.
you want to do one more? It's up to you guys. Or we can save it for
We'll save it for next one.
we can do some over Christmas break too, probably. I
Yeah,
bet
we'll
be
do a
able
couple.
to-
We'll do a
I
bunch.
bet we'll
over
be able to get a
Christmas break.
couple for sure done. Okay, that was a good one, Big Lou.
That was a good one. Nicely done, Sam.
As soon as he said it wasn't
Sam was on fire today.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. With that said, that is going to do it for this episode. I understand that, yes, you guys are. Wait, let me scroll it up a little bit. You guys can see this is changing. Before we rotate this, I'd really like to rotate this segment back in sometime if we actually can. That would be really
Yes.
fun. So we'll figure out a way to make it more fluid because today was kind of just a trial run day since we've never done it with more than 3 people before. But we'll find ways and rules to make sure it's fair for everybody. Well, that's it. So I can stop sharing the screen. Boom. Anyone else got any final thoughts before we end this one? It was fun having you guys here. Fun having my boy also. Even though he's not here, he's still here. He's here in spirit. Maybe if you transfer to where me and Matt go sometime, you can film in here with us.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else? Last thoughts?
Nope.
All right.
Hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving.
Yes, absolutely. We'll see you guys on. I can film a post game Monday if you guys can.
Yeah, I probably can.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I probably could. Okay, we'll probably be around Monday night for a post game
no,
show
can't.
again. Maybe we'll be around Monday night for a post game show. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll probably be back again next Wednesday for more. Thanks for watching. Have a good Thanksgiving, everybody. Peace out, and as always, SKOL Vikings.